We've had a lot of questions about our Apex Nano on how well we like it and the mods that we have done. So we thought we would do a quick video of an overview of the mods and then how much we liked it. Just to let you know, we still have videos of the Alaska trip, but we're putting this in the middle of it because we've had so many questions. Hi, I'm Michelle and Jim, who's outside right now putting air in the back truck tire. For some reason it went down to 42. But we wanted to talk about our Apex Nano and how much we have enjoyed having it and how much we like it. A little bit about our Apex Nano. It has been to every state in the US except for Hawaii and Maine, and it's been to multiple states multiple times. It's been to the East Coast from Ohio to Boston twice, through New York City, and then it's been all the way out to California, up and down the California coast. So many times I couldn't even tell you in 3 years that I was stationed out there. And then it's been to Florida, I don't know how many times, and it's been twice to Texas. So it's had a lot of miles on it, is what I'm trying to say. The trailer has went through 3 vehicles, or we've had 3 vehicles since we've had the trailer. When we first got the trailer, we had a nice red F-150 Ford pickup, and we had it for about a year when we had the trailer, and then the timing chain started going bad on it. It would have cost us more to remove the timing chain and put it back in than what the truck would be worth by the time we were done with it. So we decided to go ahead and get a Chevy Colorado, which we do still have. It has over 100,000 miles, and most of it was put on this camper. But it was great. It pulls the trailer fine. The only thing is when you are in the freeway, it wants to move a little bit because the Colorado is so light. So that's the only, downfall of that. But that truck now has over 100,000 miles on it. Next truck we got was the Titan, and it was a V8, and that's because I was going out to California and I wanted a good heavy truck to be out there, and we put over 100,000 miles on it, and we have now traded it in for the Chevy that we have now, which is a 3.25 ton. So yeah, like I said, it's went through 3 trailers. It's been all over the country, so it has been quite the trailer. We've only ever had 2 tire issues. One that we had I can't say only 2 that we have issues. So let's say we've only had 2 blowouts, but we've had some go flat. But the 2 blowouts we had, one was in Florida, and we had that TPMS system that we knew instantly that the tire was going flat, and we pulled right over and took the tire off, put a new tire on, no problems whatsoever. The second time that we had a tire issue was in Jasper, Canada, and that time the TPMS couldn't work because our new pickup does not have a cigarette lighter. So that creates problems when you try to use some of the technology that we use for the truck or for the trailer. Anyways, it blew, and we didn't even know it, but it blew right as we were coming in to the Jasper Whispers campground, and there's a video on that, and there was no tire. So we never had any tire damage to the trailer, and we've only ever had 2 blown outs. So that's pretty amazing over 7 years. So the camper is, like we said, it's a 2019. We bought it in 2018, and we've done some serious modifications, and we have a bunch of videos out there. But let's talk about the outside mods just real quick that we did. Jim added an extra sewer hose container, 2 of them. One keeps a spare sewer hose, and the other one we keep our fishing poles in it, which is pretty handy. And then we replaced the heavy steel steps because they started sticking, and we put aluminum steps in. The other thing we did was right away, well, not right away, yeah, one of the first things we did to the camper was on the outside, we added a tongue jack that lifts the trailer up and down, that's automatic, and then we also put a second gas bottle on it, and put locks, the combination locks, on our trunks Then Jim also added some extra reinforcement, which is ankle iron, to the trunks or storage unit or basement, whatever you want to call it, to help sturdy it up. And I'll show you a picture of it right here. Here is the ankle iron that he added, that one piece. He added it to both of the trunks. It's up to 54 now.
I know. It's supposed to be 70.
I know. Why is it so low?
I'm having a hole in it, probably.
We have just went over all of the outside mods, and now Jim and I wanted to discuss some of the inside mods that we did. So we'll start in the bedroom and work our way back. So the first thing we did was we bought some lifts.
For the bed.
For the bed, because it was just too hard to lift the bed with the mattress. Now, we did replace the mattress that came with it, because it was like a rock. I mean, I like a hard bed, but this was ridiculously hard. So we put lifts on it, and then we got 2 yacht fans, and we put one on the front and one on the back. And you would be surprised how much those yacht fans helped us with keeping the camper cooler. So especially when you're in California and it's 120 out, the air conditioner for the camper just cannot keep up with it. But it would, if I turned it on in the morning and regulated it, that I could keep the temperature right around 78. So that's not too bad. And it really helped in Florida too. A lot of times we didn't have to run the air conditioner. The next thing we did was the bathroom. And really the bathroom was the very first thing that we did, was the shower.
As far as putting the sidewalls on, the bathroom didn't come with any, what do you call those?
Tiles.
Surround. There's no surround.
There's no surround in the shower. So
the walls were just the original walls.
Original walls. Camper walls.
Camper walls. Whatever camper walls are made out of. It was something.
It was plywood coated with
some sort of paper.
But it wasn't going to last.
It wouldn't have lasted.
Our son, our youngest son, put up like real thin tile.
It's like a thin tile. They're actually backsplash tiles that are real large, but they're PVC. And they fit exactly in there. All we had to do was basically layer them up. Yeah.
So we did that. We
easy.
Eventually removed the mezzanine cabinet, and because it was just a crappy mezzanine cabinet, and we put in a IKEA. But then the IKEA was too heavy, so we took the IKEA out and we used all the measurements from all that wood, and Jim built the exact same mezzanine cabinet that was the IKEA, but lighter.
Lighter. Yeah.
And then we were even able to use the baskets and the hardware from the IKEA cabinet. And then we changed the sink and the faucet. The plastic sink just doesn't hold up. So we put a metal sink in, a stainless steel sink, and a new faucet. And then in the kitchen, we put in a regular kitchen faucet. And that's really what we did to the kitchen itself. The refrigerator, we replaced the refrigerator. We ended up putting in a DC refrigerator because the old one just died. And that was about 5 years into us owning it, almost 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a good 6 years of us owning it. It died. And then we put in a microwave, a... Inverter. Microwave.
That would run on our 12-volt system.
12-volt system, which that worked out good. And then we gutted part of the camper. And that was the big thing we did. We took the couch out that was just horribly uncomfortable, put cabinets in, and then we took the dinette out because it was made for kids. It wasn't made for adults to sit at. And we gutted it out and we put some chairs in. Here's a picture right here of where the chairs would sit. This is the dinette area that I'm referring to that is no longer a dinette. You have 2 rolling chairs usually sitting there. And then here is the cabinet where the couch was. What this holds up as a table. So here's the table. There's the table. And then we had the other part of the camper that we took out. So out of all the stuff that we did on the camper, there are several mods out there. They're mainly in the front at the beginning of us doing the camper and owning the camper. You'll see a lot of the mods that we did. I now have a folder out there that says Apex Nano mods, and every one of the mods that we did will be linked to that folder. So if you wanted to go out and see the mods, that's where you go to look.
Because there's others that we
There's
did.
others, the things that we did, but those were the main
too
ones.
numerous to mention.
I can honestly say all the mods I like, and I'm glad we did them. The only mod that I regret that we did, I don't regret that we did it. I just regret that we weren't able to do it in Ohio, where Jim's workshop is, where all of his tools were. When we gutted the back of the camper and removed the dinette, I wish that we could have done it a little bit more fancy. And same way with the shelves where the thing was, where we put the shelves in, where the couch was. If we were in Ohio at that time, he could have used his woodworking tools and it just would have been a lot nicer. Not that what we did wasn't nice. It just would have been nicer. And the back, I wish we could have put something in, like a couch like this in there. And I think we could have if it wasn't during the time of the virus. Because when we did this, this is when the virus was. And I was in California. And we did all that woodworking with an aerobie little 6-inch saw. Circular saw with a brad nailer and a stapler. That's the only tools that we had. And a screwdriver. I mean, electric screw. Drill. That's it. That's all we had to work with. And there was a shortage on everything. So that's my only regret. I'm not regretting that we ripped it out. I just wish that when we built the stuff to put back in, we would have been in a different place.
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah.
So we've enjoyed having the RV. We love it. The only negative thing about it, and we'll tell you right now, is it's too small for us.
Shower was 17 inches.
The shower is 17 inches, which Jim's 6'4". That does not work.
It doesn't matter on the height. It just wasn't very big around.
It wasn't very big around, but the height even was a little short for you. And the camper is only 7.5 feet wide, so it's a little too small. Width-wise, that's even, the slide does come out, but the slide only comes out that far.
Yeah.
And it's great if you're just going to use it on a weekend. Perfect. Or a week or 2 weeks or a month trip. But this Alaska trip has proven that when you're in it for 4 months or longer with 2 bigger people, it needs to be just a little bit wider and maybe a little bit longer. When we both got sick in Fairbanks, the camper was not big enough. I could not get away from Jim when he first got it. I knew I was going to end up with it because there was no place for me to go to get away from him. I have lived in the camper for 3 years in California. He wasn't with me. I mean, he would come and visit for now and then, but it'd only be a week or 2 weeks at the most. And then we lived in it in Florida when we lost the house due to Hurricane Ian. And that's when we started noticing and saying it would have been nice if we would have just got a little bit bigger one. But as far as the Apex Nano, we've loved it, we've enjoyed it, and we have really no regrets.
No, it was nice.
So, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, a like.
Subscribe.
Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you know when the next video comes out.